Hey everybody, Josh from Drum Highway here. In this video, I want to talk about a couple examples that demonstrate different ways to set up the solo section of a song. As the drummer, we really are guiding the other players in the band and the listeners through this sort of musical experience. We have to be really aware of what's going on in our surroundings, musically and everywhere else, and we have to be paying attention to get the soloists positioned to begin the solo in the way that they really want that to happen. Now, sometimes these things are sort of pre-planned, but sometimes they happen in the moment and you're not 100% sure of what's going on. So we got to use our ears to be ready for that. So this video talks about two different ways to do that and gives two different live playing examples to sort of demonstrate how that's happening and how I think about that. Let's get into it. This first example demonstrates bringing everything way down, a low starting point that allows the soloist to guide us where they want to go. We're playing Dear Prudence by the Beatles, and when the video starts, you're going to hear round and round and round, and I'm round and round on the drums and doing some stuff. But then after that, there's sort of that chord progression turnaround, and it drops into this nice open space. And when I get there, you're going to hear me playing more textural. I'm kind of playing things a little bit melodic. At one point, I scratch my arm. That's real life. Hey, your arm itches, so you hit the cymbal, scratch the arm, and then go back in. That's actually things that happen actually at gigs. But then when I know I'm headed into a groove section so that they can guide us. So everything in my brain is knowing that I'm going to land, bam, on the downbeat of the solo so that the piano player can start. My friend Jesse Brown plays a great solo. You'll hear the beginning of that. So hear how I'm, pulling everything back to set up that groove so the piano player can guide us where they want to go. If you're enjoying this video and getting anything out of it, please like, please subscribe to the channel so we can get it out to as many folks as we can. In this second example, this is a way of the drummer guiding the band in a different direction. The first one, we were pulling it back. This time, I'm going to generate some energy and try to push everything to where I can set up this guitar player for sort of takeoff in their solo. We're playing Scarlet Begonias by the Grateful Dead, and I'm sort of playing around over that ending line. We've done the whole song, and this is sort of an ending riff. And yeah, I am soloing over that. But the whole time, I know that the end of the solo is going to end in the guitar player starting his solo. And you can begin to hear him weaving in over the top of that. So I'm sort of actually deciding how long this is going to go based upon his entrance and his interaction with what I'm doing. So if he hadn't done anything yet, maybe I would have gone longer, maybe I would have done it different. But in this case, you can sort of hear him start to come in, and then I go into a groove, and you can hear the solo begin from there. We're always, as drummers, we're set up to be able to guide everybody in different directions. We can pull them down, we can raise everything up. But in both of these examples, I just want you to be aware that I'm not doing this just because I'm going to play a solo and be awesome. I know that I'm headed in a direction each time. I'm bringing it down for this one, or in this case, I'm bringing everything up, setting him for takeoff. So check out that and notice the interaction between me and the guitar player at the beginning of the solo as we're finding our way. When's he gonna come in? How's that gonna work? Check that out, because that's improvised, in the moment. There was no planning there. We just did it. So check it out. So there are a couple live playing examples of setting up the band and the soloist to go into different directions. You can pull things back, you can set things up to take off. As the drummer, we're really guiding everyone through that. So even though I may be soloing, I'm really aware of the direction that things are going to go at all the time, and that I may need to change directions depending on what it is that I'm hearing and what someone's playing. So the ultimate goal for me is to be listening. But I kind of like these live playing examples because I can say, hey, I was doing this and thinking about this as I was playing that, and allows you to really get some insight as to what's happening. Because often we hear a live performance, but there's no breakdown of what's going on in someone's brain as that's happening. And these things happen quick. It's not like, now I will play the solo and react to this thing in this particular way. It's not really happening that way. It's intuitive and it's happening quickly. But I can look at it later and say, this is probably what was kind of going on in my brain, and hopefully that can be helpful to you in some way. All right, we'll see you next time. Thanks.